Remeny, thank you for getting on this call. It's lovely to see you.
Good to see you too. I'm very excited to be here.
So we'll start nice and easy. Not that any of the questions are particularly hard. So just for the readers of, or the potential readers of How to Be a Six-Star Business, what's your name, your full name? Where were you born? Where did you grow up? And where do you live now? Just to give people that little bit of an insight.
My name is Remeny Armitage. I was born in London, Hyde Park Corner, and then I grew up in Putney, then moved, it's a big question this, I moved to America at the age of 9, all over America, back to England, back to America, back to England at 20, went to 16 different schools, and I now live in Chesham in Buckinghamshire.
Sorry, did you say 16 different schools?
Yes, my education was building relationships and making friends.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
that's why I do what I do.
I'm knowing what you wrote on. I'm sure that will inform a lot of your answers to a lot of the questions. But before we get on to your contribution to the book, how would you describe yourself in one sentence? Or perhaps how would somebody who knows you well describe you in one sentence?
Friendly, determined, loyal, and I am passionate about bringing humanity back into business.
Which leads on to the next question, what your chapter is about. I'm guessing it's about that.
Yes, funnily enough. Yes, it's about bringing humanity back into business with the art of listening and how businesses can improve by proactively listening and hearing what their clients are saying so that they can do better business and serve their clients better and ultimately build better relationships with their clients and customers to make them happier, to make the business happier and more successful.
Okay, and how would you describe the impact that you hope you'll be able to create by being an author in this Six-Star Business book?
I would hope that, if even just one or two people read it and really absorbed the importance of listening to their clients more and took away the importance of more humanity in business and just thinking about how they can improve the relationships with their clients in a proactive way, I hope will impact their business and impact the way they are with the people around them. And, I think that if everyone can just try to reach out to people in a more human way, whether or not it's at work or at home, we can do better. And there's so much technology around. I think as much as it plays a part, I think humanity sometimes gets forgotten, and it's important to make sure that people are engaging more with each other better.
So what inspired you to write on that topic?
Well, it's my passion. It's what I do. I think what's inspired me to do what I do is a lot of life lessons and life experiences. As I say, I went to 16 different schools. My life was brought me to where I am with building relationships. I mention in the chapter that I lost my first son. He was stillborn, and the experience that taught me and brought me was the importance of care and listening and empathy in life. But I think that should be brought into business as well, because I think that if you can be empathetic and care about the people around you and listen and just be there for your people. When I say people, I mean everyone from your family through to your clients, through to your team members, through to the people that support you. It's just important to care and listen and nurture those relationships and be more human. And I think that the different things that have led me to where I am have led me to be really passionate about that skill and that importance of humanity and listening in business.
So it sounds like you're very vulnerable in your chapter. How did you feel when you were writing your chapter for the book?
Well, it was quite emotional, but I talk about my son James. I mean, he's part of my life every day, so it's not like, as much as it's hard, it's not something that upsets me every day, because he's just part of my life, and he's made me who I am, and stronger, and hopefully a better person. And so I think writing about him, I felt excited to share his story in a way, because it's 10 years this November, and now I'm going to get emotional. And I feel really happy and proud to have got to where I am now, and to be able to share, if what happened has led me to where I am now, it's a nice legacy to be leaving to him, but also to my other sons, because I went on to have 2 more sons. And I mentioned this in the chapter again. My 7-year-old son said to me, "Mummy, I want to work with you when I'm grown up to help the world be a better place." And I thought that was so lovely, and it really sort of made me feel really fired up. I'm like, I can do this. I'm going to make this. I want to make the world a better place. Big ambition. But if I can help businesses and people be more human and think about the way they can make people happier in their business, and it really helps everyone, and it helps you at home. It helps you, it helps you with your family if you're happier at work. And I hope that my lasting legacy is something that I talk about in the chapter, but that human element. And my bigger vision is all about kind of encouraging all businesses to be more human and actually trying to attain humanity in their business with a standard. But that's a long way off. I'm giving too much away.
That is a long way off, and as I say, it's a big vision. Kind of just bringing it down to the focal point of your chapter in How to Be a 6-Star Business. What's one aha light bulb moment, idea, or action step that you would hope and like a reader to take away from your chapter?
Well, I've talked a lot about listening, but actually, when I think about the work that I do, so I interview my clients, I find out what's working, what's not, and then I help advise how businesses can improve. But the 3 things that come out again and again within the interviews I do within business, and they're 3 complaints that clients give over and over in one format or another. And they are businesses have a lack of communication, a lack of processes, and a lack of proactivity. So I suppose if everyone, or if could just do those, remember those 3 things, and proactively look at how they are engaging with their clients and running their business. If they can look at how they can improve the way they communicate with their clients in a more human way, be more proactive, whether or not that's being more proactive with the way they're engaging with their clients, or thinking more proactively for their clients. Think beyond the job. Don't just do the job. Think beyond that to reach the 6th star. And then underlying all of that is having good processes. If you've got all 3 of those, and if you can try and improve your business with those 3 things in mind, if you do nothing else, you can't fail to improve a bit. And so that would be what I give that my takeaway.
And improving a bit is part of being 6-star. It's just
yes,
it's that continual improvement. So that's a great takeaway. Remeny, when you just sort of take a moment to pause and reflect back on your journey that's got you to where you are now, what would you say has been the biggest gift, the biggest reward you've received on that journey?
Well, the first thing that jumped into my head was the people. I've met some amazing people on this journey, and some amazingly talented 6-star people who support me champion me, and I feel incredibly loyal and grateful to them, and the way the people I've met on this journey, the things they do, the way they're impacting the world, and to be part of that circle of people and constantly growing that network of amazing people who, it doesn't make my life feel like work. It feels like I'm doing something I love because I'm with people I really enjoy being with, and that it feels like I'm working every day with my friends. And it might be different almost every day, but to me, I'd say it's the people.
That's lovely. And whilst you're still in this sort of reflective mode, what would you say has been your greatest challenge? Perhaps, one of the lowest points that you've had to work through on your path.
I think it's the amount of time it's taking to get to the point of clarity, and also getting the message out there. What I do is not something that many people do. I've met one person so far who does what I do. And so it's a constant education piece. So I find that quite challenging, because people don't think, oh, I need someone who's going to help me turn my clients into advocates, or, I need someone to help me talk to my clients better. They might look for someone in marketing, and that's my background. That would be my easy way into work and getting more, revenue, because I've done it for 20 years. Because I'm doing something different, it's challenging but exciting at the same time. But I think that's probably one of the hardest things is, managing my own expectations of keeping things on track, and going forward, and truly believing in what I'm doing, and I do. But it's those sometimes when that doubt and that overwhelm, because there's a huge amount to do to make it happen. So yeah, I would say that's probably the biggest challenge.
And what's been the most important skill that you've developed, either an innate skill which you've nurtured, or a skill which you've recognized that you've had to develop on your path to get you to where you are now?
I think, I would probably say, I was going to say public speaking, but at the same time, I'm still find that quite terrifying. I don't mind doing it on Zoom. But I think probably that the interviewing and actually being formal with it, because I'm quite, well, as you can tell, I'm a relationship-led person. I like to do things naturally. I don't like being highly formal, and so I think it's making sure that I'm being process driven and focused on the right steps to do the work well.
The book is called How to Be a Six-Star Business. So just the last question then is, what does that mean to you? What does being six-star personally mean to you, and why is it so important to you?
Well, I feel that what I get so excited about the whole idea of the six-star community and the six-star thinking is the idea that humanity is the secret ingredient to being six-star. And so you can have all the processes, you can have all the technology, you can have all the beautiful buildings or hotels or whatever it might be, whatever your business may be. But unless you've got the people there talking in a human way and actually trying to promote and be better and encourage a good six-star happy experience, you're never going to reach six-star unless you've got the people. And so I think for me, being six-star or trying to aim to be six-star, it's about being human and being kind and being naturally engaging with people and making people feel comfortable. And I think that at the core is the heart of being 6-star for anyone. And when I've listened to the podcast and I've read some of the chapters, humanity does seem to be the key to it. And it's, I think it's really important to embrace it. I sound like a broken record when I talk about humanity in business, but it makes sense to me.
And to me too. Well, thanks so much for your contribution to the book, your contribution to the community, your willingness to collaborate so openly and to be so vulnerable in how you're showing up, particularly in the book, but more generally. And thanks for your time this afternoon to have a bit of a
Well,
chat.
thank you so much. I've really enjoyed it, and I'm really, really proud and excited to be part of the book.